All right, so what is up, everybody? How are you guys doing? Hello world, all that great stuff. I am heading out right now because we have some monsoon storms coming in, and there isn't a whole lot in Phoenix. There's potential maybe a little bit later on, but it just doesn't really look like it's gonna get down to where I want. Let me see if I can figure something out. Hopefully that's not in the screen too much. But oh, this thing, I'm telling you. How are you guys doing? I am heading out right now from West Phoenix. I'm gonna go see if I can hunt down some lightning and storms. Now there's some storms I'm looking at right in front of me, but that's all the way up in Prescott, which is about a 2-hour drive. And it's going to be up on the hill, up on the top of the mountain, to where there's a lot of trees and stuff like that. A little harder to chase up in that area, and it's a long drive. There's also some action going on down in Tucson, and that's about another 2-hour drive as well. So I was hoping to find something a little bit closer. There's a spot about halfway to Tucson that might work, and kind of in the northeast area around Scottsdale and stuff. Both of those are a little more chancy. They might actually produce something later on. I don't know yet, so kind of torn on where to go. There's definitely going to be some storms. There's definitely going to be some lightning, but I just don't know where. I know for a fact it's going to be down in Tucson. I'm just trying to really get myself from driving all the way down there, because it's quite the drive and quite a bit of gas, and it's hard to get myself to drive that far for a lightning bolt when they should be pretty common, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna stop off, get something to drink, get hydrated. It's pretty hot out today. It's 107 in my truck, by my truck thermostat, that is, not inside my truck. It's probably about 107 inside my truck too. Anyway, but I'm going to go ahead and get a drink, kind of hit the road and pick a direction. I think I'm probably going to go south. I don't know how far south yet, but once I find a spot and I find something going on, I will get back to you guys. So, till then, let's go get some storms. Found a spot about halfway to Tucson. If you can see back here, Picacho Peak. So I am in a place called Eloy, if I can get this all situation. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. A little bit better. You can probably hear me better this way too. And today on The Price is Right, Elon Musk, come on down. Yeah, it feels weird to hold a microphone, but gotta one-hand it. So anyway, got this beautiful storm, check it out. Quite nice, and it's already been dropping some bolts. I don't know if I got any yet, but sitting here, this is my setup. Got my tripod all the way up and up on a hill, if you can see. Like, that's a hill right there, a little bit up there, but just trying to kind of get myself up high. And just kind of waiting. Nice little downpour, nice rain shaft. Dropped a couple bolts off the left side, so I kind of adjusted to get my camera and the lens pointing over on that side of it. So yeah, now I just kind of wait. I'm trying a new method on getting this damn lightning trigger to work correctly, but it's already going off. I'm going against some of the rules, trying out new rules. So I haven't had a lot of luck with it lately, so there it goes. It's already going off. So, all right. If I get anything off of this storm, I'll probably put it up right here. This is just the beginning of the chase. All right, all right. Yeah, my trigger was going off like crazy. I probably just took 500 pictures or so. Not sure if I got any of it. Most of the lightning was on the backside of the storm. It was like a wall of lightning on the backside. There were a couple faint ones that popped through on the front side. So I don't know if I got those or not. Those are going to be about the only ones that count. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I probably already put one up if I got one. So, yeah, that'll be that. I'm going to go ahead and go back on the backside of the storm. There's some more storms kind of feeding off of the remnants of this one. And they're blowing up a little bit. It's over by the city of Florence. So I'm going to head straight east. I'm going to get on the other side of this storm and then cut north a little bit, and there's a couple cells building up over there. So I'm going to see if I can get anything out of those. They're not really dropping lightning right now, but they're still growing. They might just fizzle out to nothing. They might become a good storm. I don't know. That's the thing about these pulse storms, is you never really know. So I'm going to go ahead and go east and north, I should say, and see if I can intercept one of those and continue on. It's still 3:53. It's 4 o'clock right now, so we should have a little more time to have storms out here. I would like to hope. All right. Anyway, I'll see you when I get there if I find a spot, and go from there. All right. See ya. All right. So yeah, I went out east, and that storm pretty much died out. Up in Globe, there's a good storm, but it's always hard to chase in that area. I got a friend that's going out there. I'm going to see what they do. They're phenomenal with getting good pictures out of tough situations, pulling rabbits out of their hat, so to speak. So I'm curious how that goes. I might chase it more often if that's the case. But I'm heading out west right now, back to Interstate 10. There's kind of a convergence of outflow boundaries that should fire up some storms. One's already fired up, so I'm kind of curious on how the rest of the day is going to go and night. It's about 5:16 now. So we got a few hours of daylight left before it gets dark. Hill with the street light. Green light, green light. Yeah, anyway. So I'm going to kind of hang out in this area, see what pops up. There's a whole mess of storms coming out of the north from the Muggy and Rim area, Prescott, Payson, and it's kind of coming into Phoenix. So Phoenix should be getting some rain today, which is kind of rare. There's so much heat generated from all the concrete within the city that it kind of blows a hole in the storms, and all the storms just kind of go right around it. So it's kind of a curse living in Phoenix. It's pretty rare that we get storms anymore. It used to be not the case. So anyway, kind of curious on what that's going to do up north. Down south here, I'm going to flip the camera around real quick so you can see the storm I'm going to. It kind of keeps building up behind. It's a nice pulse storm that popped up, and they only last for about a half an hour or so. But as it kind of leveled out and it's dying down a little bit, more's popping up behind it, so it's going to kind of keep feeding in that area. So I'm really hoping that it'll stick around for another half an hour maybe, until I get there. But we will see. I'll go ahead and show you real quick. So yeah, the audio is pretty bad, but right over in this area, and it's going that way, this part right here, this rain shaft, is built up behind it, and there might be others going that way. It's kind of hard with this camera, but all right, see how that is. So yeah, that's the storm that I'm driving to. It actually isn't dropping any lightning right now, which is kind of surprising. It's in that stage where it should be dropping lightning. So it may or may not. I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and drive out there and see. Might be a flop. Might get some pictures. We'll see. Who knows? That's the thing with these Arizona storms, is they're so short-lived and so intense in that time that the storms are active. But it's hard to chase them. If you're not kind of in the right place at the right time or within 15 minutes of driving, you're probably going to miss it, or you're going to get some shots from a far distance. which is okay too because it's fairly flat. We got mountains and stuff, but you can't get them from a distance. If I wanted to right now, this was dropping lightning, I could pull over and get up to about 70 millimeters on my lens, and I should be able to get some lightning shots. The trigger would probably even pick it up. It's close enough for that. So, but we'll see. Bumps. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and keep driving, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Tried to catch up to that storm and I ended up getting on some country farm roads south of Phoenix, and it's just moving away from me, and I keep hitting 25 mile an hour, 35 mile an hour, slow roads, bumpy, housing, you know, all the housing for the farms and stuff like that. Just, yeah, it ended up getting away from me long enough for the whole thing to dissipate. So one good thing is there's a buttload of rain coming. The storm that was up on the rim ended up working off of the rim. Surprisingly, it came into Phoenix. It's rolling over Phoenix right now, and the National Weather Service just sent out a dust storm warning. So a dust storm, being a haboob as a lot of people know them, is basically coming my way. It's going to be either west of me or where I'm going, one of the two. West of me is really known for them, but they do happen over here. The storms come out of Tucson a lot of the time and kind of get funneled into that area west of me. These are coming out of the north, so there's a good chance for maybe a good dust storm. I don't know, we'll see. If so, I am going to try to get a time lapse of it because they're really cool in time lapse form. But at least get some pictures, so we will see. Either way, rain is coming. Yeah, when I was looking at the models earlier today, it was showing all the storms and the rain pretty much disappearing right around sunset. So that is about an hour away. So if that happens, I'm probably not going to get too much. These things are still going pretty strong though, so I don't know. We will see, as always. Alright, so until I get into place, I just have a little bit of driving to do, so I will get back to you guys at that point once I get set up. I did set up for a quick minute before. The flies were way too bad and the storm was a little too far off still, so I didn't really stick around more than 5 minutes, packed my stuff up and got out of there. Still have flies in my truck from that, so oh well. So I'm heading to Gila Bend, basically. There's a junction that connects I-8 and I-10 right there, so you know, I can get home from there, I can chase from there, I can go east, west, north. You know, I have some options there, so that's where I'm heading. I'll see you guys there. Yeah, anyway, I pulled over at a spot. There was a beautiful storm, and it just really wasn't putting out any lightning. There was a couple little shrivels. There's certain settings that you need for the lightning trigger. It's the LT4, and one of the main ones is about 1/24th of a second or a longer exposure. Well, the last time I used it, I got some shots. I haven't had a lot of luck with it, and I had some luck at 1/120th of a second. So I decided to get creative, and I took it up to 320, and I got some interesting results. It didn't really get the bolt completely. From what I can see on the back of the camera, is it just put a white line across. I don't know how or why that happened. I figured if it got the light would be in the shape of the lightning bolt, but something weird going on. So I brought it back down to the longer exposures. But the storm kind of started dying down a little bit. So I'll put the pictures up here of what I got at this storm. But east and west has a storm that's starting to blow up with lightning. There's a really big one east of me. I'd have to punch through the center of it to be able to get to the side that's got the lightning. or I can go over towards the side that has sunset and a little nicer and still putting out some lightning right now. So I'm gonna head on over there and see how that goes. All right, see you then. I ended up pulling over at a couple different places. I didn't really record much because it's dark and this is kind of a loud, bumpy road, and it's raining right now. So yeah, there wasn't a lot of lightning in these systems at all. Tried my best. I got on my experimental settings with my lightning trigger. I don't think it worked out. I haven't really gotten a chance to look at it on the computer or anything like that, so we'll see whenever I get home and maybe see what those look like. I might have gotten one or two at nighttime, but most of them were wrapped in rain behind the storms. That seemed to be another theme of the night, is everything was on the other side of the storm, not up front. So I really don't know if I got anything, but that's kind of chasing, you know. I mean, you're not really, let me say it's like fishing. You go fishing to try to catch fish. You don't go catching. It's not that easy. So even though this was a really big system that came through, lots of clouds, lots of storms, lots of rain, minimal lightning. So I actually took a snapshot of the whole Phoenix Valley, and not one lightning bolt was recorded over 100 miles. And it was pretty much all cellular storms. So yeah, I don't know. I'll see when I get home. You know, I'll post some other ones up here if I didn't get to them, or I'll have them posted up in videos. So all right, cool. Well, thanks for watching. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.